Y'all, it's actually here, so you know how it goes. Another week, more volleyball. So this week, I kind of wanted to share what a week in my life is like. I do play volleyball 3 to 4, sometimes 5 times a week, so it does change, week to week. But I typically have volleyball Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I may start playing on Sunday and adjust my volleyball schedule a bit, but we'll just see how that goes. It just depends on how money is, but also what my time is like, because as you'll see later on in this video, I do have a big life change that happens, but my days typically go the same on the mornings that I have volleyball. So I wake up at 5:30, so I'm like exhausted. There are many moments where I just do like the 50-yard stare and just am staring into nothing. But I usually have applesauce to begin with as part of my breakfast because I need some kind of simple sugars, simple carbs. I'll also have a banana or pretzels, which I'll eat on my way because I do have like a 45-minute drive. And then I also fill up all of my different water bottles. So I pack protein shake to put into my pink bottle. I have the black bottle, the black big jug that I use for refill. And then I have my everyday white bottle that has the straw just for easy drinking. And I've started drinking coconut water. It's supposed to be helping with my muscles, but we'll see. Very grateful to my sister for buying me this banana holder. Perfect for when we're on the go because bananas do not hold up well when traveling. They get bruised and ugly so quick. But yeah, I typically just pack up my bag and then I head out. So practice today was focused on setting, which is something that I've been working on since Brazil. One of the really big tips that has been working, and I've received so many compliments already just during this week on how much my setting has improved, was more of just like really flowing into it and moving with it and not just having like a up down movement with my arms, but really using my legs kind of like I'm dancing. So like I'm flowing forward, putting my momentum up and forward, I guess I'm saying that word a lot, with the ball to kind of get it to where I want it to go. My coach is really good at kind of seeing those movements and helping me figure it out, as well as staying low. So my legs have been getting a really good workout. So we started on one side with one person setting and one person passing, and then we did switch to the other just to get a few reps, and I also got some reps with hitting. I'm trying to get better at really focusing and turning my shoulders completely angle when I hit and just really hitting line with my wrist. I'm not that good at it. I'm hypermobile a bit, and I played tennis my whole life, so I'm used to kind of using my shoulders as the guide, but that's not what we're supposed to do in volleyball, so it is what it is, learning every day. And then we kind of finished practice with some conditioning, so we had to serve on one side of the net, do little block transitions with 3 jumps, and then go to the other side, serve, and repeat. We had to do it 3 times in a row, and when I tell you, I was exhausted. Okay, I was getting better the farther into the week I got. We did it on Tuesday, and then also at my Thursday practice, I did it again, and I went a lot quicker, and it was a lot easier. But doing this more often will definitely help me with my cardio, my stamina, and working past the fatigue, because we do this at the end of practice. So I'm already, like, my muscles are done. My legs don't want to jump. My body doesn't want to move. My coach is like, sprint, sprint, sprint. And my legs go, no. I'm not doing that. And so it is kind of very funny seeing that happen. But it is good to get that practice and just kind of work on it. There's nothing more that I can do with my lungs and my heart besides keep training it and keep it going. I am going to start doing a little bit more workouts at the gym, just a little bit more walking on the treadmill, maybe some running, because I stopped doing that a few months ago, and because I just didn't have time. Now I have time. And so what better time to use it than now to really focus on just becoming a better overall, more athletic person to really translate better into my games. And I think it will go a long way, especially as I'm trying to move up a level and try to get to that open bracket.
Hey y'all, so I just got back from my practice, Tuesday morning practice. It was so much fun. I was thinking about all the things that I was learning in Brazil, so hopefully when I won the film back, I was actually doing what I, was supposed to. So like, we were doing a lot of passing and setting specifically, and a lot of the setting that I learned when I was over there was like, it should be a fluid movement, like you're dancing, just like down to up, instead of just swinging my arms. My legs should really be doing a lot of the work, and I felt great. I felt like my sets were consistently really good. Some of them were not the best, but I'm not perfect. So that felt good. And then my passing's not the problem. So I don't know. I feel like we're doing great. Great way to return, especially with like my lungs really. I feel like they're clearing up now that I'm like running around and coughing and all that on the sand. Like they're clearing up from all the mucus and being sick. But I have to head to work, so I'm gonna head in real quick and I'll catch you guys later. Hey y'all, it's Ashley. So I have my work wig on, so you know what that means. Heading to work now, and I am extremely late. So I am about to be late to my second job. But just wanted to do a little check-in, finish my full-time job, now on to my second job. Hopefully this isn't for forever, but for the moment, I need the money.
So this is now Wednesday afternoon, kind of on my way to volleyball. There's a little bit more traffic because it's an afternoon practice. It's not really a practice, it's more of a league. So I'm part of a league where we play 3 games of 28 with one partner for the night that you just play against 2 of the other teams. And it is, 3 of the other teams. And it is a lot of fun. I am getting so much better with scoring points, which is my biggest thing, is sighting out. I can make points on aces and I can get a dig and I can be fast. I can do a set, but none of that matters if I'm not able to score points. I'm really focusing on those side outs, and it's been serving me so well. I love having a really tall partner, and the partner that I had for practice today was really tall, and she was great up at the net. She was getting so many blocks. She was really big at the net, making the other players scared to hit, which is exactly what you want. I was there to help cover and stay behind. We ended up going 2-1. We lost the last game. It was like 29-27. Like, we fought so hard. I think we played so well. I just had so much fun playing with her. Shout out to you. And so we just, it was just a good time overall. I was getting a lot better at my spots as well. So she was helping me would tell me spots to hit, and I was trying to get better at recognizing it and quickly being able to execute it. And so with that, not a bad score, not a bad way to end the night with a 2-1 lead. We did also have a point where I just kind of watched my set go over and watched her hit just like a beautiful hit, and then it kind of just fell onto the floor because the other team just sent it right over, which kind of leads in to the next day, which is when I did have a practice again the next morning with the same coach that I had on Tuesday morning, and she really focused on covering. So after you set, after you hit, it's good to cover and to have someone back there ready for the ball to come back over, because when that happens in a game, you kind of want to be there to receive the ball and not just let them score points on you. But other than that, the night was really fun, and we're learning one thing at a time. So the next practice, after learning all that, I was coming back stronger and better than ever.
Good morning, everybody. So it is Thursday morning, and back. Okay, so good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning, and I have practice this morning, but it is a different morning than I've had kind of in a while. So I had a big change yesterday. I quit my job. It was just like time to move on to something new. It just wasn't serving me. It's a part of life. Not much you can do about that. But I am, on the hunt for a new job. I really hope it doesn't affect my move to Brazil. I still have other jobs, my part-time job, and my coach has a coaching job for me, and you just never know where life's gonna take you. But that job just was not for me anymore. And so I have practice today, and then I don't have anything to do afterwards. So it's kind of a weird feeling. I do have my part-time job in the afternoon. That starts at 3 p.m. So I have a little bit of time between then. But yeah, I have to figure out what am I gonna do with my time? I think I'm gonna start really working on my editing, working on my videos more, my short-term videos, with my TikTok and Instagram reels. We'll see where it takes me. But I did have my league last night. It was so much fun. I had such a great time. I won 2 out of my 3 games, and the 3rd game I lost. It was like 27-29. So we fought till the end. It wasn't just like, giving them the thing. But yeah, one of the things that I was focused on was my setting. And I received so much compliments on my setting, so it's really good to see that that is working out, and it's just one thing at a time, baby steps. I was working on my nutrition, got that down. I was working on my footwork for my approach, got that down. I was working up, now let's look at my setting, got that down. So we'll work on the next thing, passing. My biggest thing right now with passing is my platform. It is a little early, so bear with me. But with passing, my coach is Brazilian, and she was teaching me, instead of focusing on getting my body behind the ball, which is what I learned in indoor, I need to focus on, I don't know if I can do it right now, my shoulders warmed up, but getting the angles right. So getting my angle. I was working on it last night, and I could see when I was watching the tape back that my arm is just really slow to move, and this shoulder does give me a bit of problems because I did play tennis my whole life, and then I played volleyball, and I was playing it wrong for the first 10 years. So I need to figure out, ways to really better rehab this so that it doesn't give me problems. But once it gets warmed up, I'm fine. It's just that warm-up process just takes a little bit long. But whatever, it is what it is. It's just a part of my journey and my life, and I'll figure out how to work with that. So I'm going to get ready, get dressed, and then head to volleyball because my coach is waiting on me because I have the balls. I took them home last night, so I gotta bring them back. But yeah, it's a really different feeling waking up without having the job afterwards. It is a little bit of a scary feeling. I do have a bit of savings, so it's not like I'm gonna be without money at all, but I'm a Taurus. I like to have stability and a job and making money. I might not always like my jobs, but I'll work it. I'm a hard worker. So yeah, we'll see what this takes me, where this takes me, and what type of life I'm gonna have. So maybe it's making space for bigger and better things, but we'll just have to wait and see. So let me go on and get dressed before I'm late, and then catch you later.
So now it is Thursday morning, and so we have a practice with just me and one other girl. And it usually starts with us. Well, this is the first time I went. I can't say it usually starts, but it did start with a kind of a traditional ball control type drill where it was just coach and that helper was hitting the balls at us, and then we had to pass / dig and then kind of set our partner, and then after that we went right into the cover and dig drill. So this is where that last point from league night, we had to redo and learn a lot more of that. So this is a different partner, but this drill was that basically after you set, you immediately go into your cover spot, which I failed to do in the beginning, but I did get towards the end, just so you can be at the right position to get the ball if it is put into a spot that you're not necessarily ready for. And my coach did a really good job at coming over and really telling me, explaining where I should be, why I should be that way, how to line up, and kind of how to rewrite my brain and rewire it from as soon as you pass to cover. And then I can also also help my partner know where they should hit because I'd be able to see the court better. I'm just standing really parallel to the net. I'm not going to be able to really do much. But if I take a step back, really open up my field of vision and just really focus on the red court in front of me, it's so much easier for me to see what the other court is doing with the other side and then readjust, play defense, and be ready for any ball that. So that's kind of how we continued on with this practice. We did it both sides, and then we switched sides that were not like really filming the light, but it was just a lot of movement, running, passing, setting, and it was a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, I was exhausted. I will say that after this type of practice, it kind of has been rewired into my brain to cover. So it's just constantly hit, set, cover, pass, set, cover, pass, set, cover, just pass, set, cover constantly, because my coach was throwing some of these balls extremely hard, and if I was covering, they were a lot easier to get, and if I was not covering, well, then we know what happened after that. There was a lot of diving, a lot of chasing down balls, but we ended up getting the hang of it, and we got some really good rallies and some really good points afterward. We did finish out this practice with same conditioning from Tuesday, so it was serve, sprint to the net, block, 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 go to the other side and do it again. Serve, sprint to the net, block, 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 other side, do it again. Serve. It was just, we did it 3 times. I actually was a lot quicker this time than I was last time. My recovery in between the two was easier. I do really want to focus on making sure my legs don't get too fatigued during practice, because I cannot anymore. When it comes time to this, like my coach is, like I said before, sprint, 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 and my legs go, no, I'm not doing that. I can't even get over the net anymore, which is really instrumental or really fundamental for when I'm playing in tournaments. My legs will get fatigued no matter what. So it's just, I really think this conditioning is going to be so good for me long term. I'm super excited to see how it translates into my game forward and just, all that fun stuff.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley. So I just got back from volleyball practice and I need to clearly wash my hair. Like I said, I don't have a job currently at the moment. I did have a little bit of a pre-screening interview this morning for another job, so things are looking up, but I just need to clean up, start my life, keep it running. I still gotta do every day. And so I'll probably make some food. I do work my second job today, so my part-time job, I guess that's my only job right now. So I do have a little bit of time between now and then to wash my hair, clean up. I might edit a video a little bit, and then also cook. So I will catch you guys back when I am washed. I'll probably come back and chat a little bit when I'm deep conditioning, because I have to detangle my hair, and I usually do that out of the shower just to save water and energy. So yeah, I will catch you guys in a little bit, and I'll talk about my practice during that one. So I got my work wig on. You know what that means? I'm at work. So now, obviously I only work one job right now, which is this part-time job, which I'm very grateful for. I'm very grateful that I still am able to make money, even though I quit my full-time job. But I love my part-time job. I think it's super chill, super easy. The members are always super kind. And I get to work in a gym, which is my safe space. I love being active and fit. Obviously, I work out and I play volleyball, so I like to move my body. And the gym is just the perfect place. People that come to the gym are there to better their lives and are usually in a better mood than I would say other retail spaces. So I never have a bad problem. I never have bad interactions. Maybe some people, when it comes to money and finances, but that's normal for anybody. I'm going to head to work and catch you guys later.
So it is like 5:50 in the morning. I am the only one in my house awake, but gotta eat my applesauce, and then I will head to volleyball. It is Friday, so it is the last day of volleyball this week because I have my friend's bachelorette party this weekend, which is exciting, but yeah, I'm just tired. I've been playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now this is my last day, but I love volleyball, and I am seeing the improvement, and so, you know, makes it exciting to go to practice, but I am running a little late, so I'm gonna finish this and then head out.
The only tournament, Women's Open, that I've won.
So it is Friday morning, and it is time for us to kind of get onto volleyball and getting started. So we started this practice really practicing our jump serves. I'm not the best with jump serves, I'll be honest, which is why we're practicing it. I was really getting better with my toss, kind of, but it did take a while just to find the right kind of consistency with the toss. But once I got it, it started to feel a lot more natural and a lot easier. I am hoping to possibly have this in my toolbox later in the future, but I think that's more of a far later in the future, because tossing consistently is hard, at least for me. And then we moved on to passing to setting to hitting, which was more about serve receive, and my coach isn't current open player. She is a current open player right now, so she was just serving it at me, and for some reason I was struggling. It did take me a while to like get my bearings, but once I got it. There were some tips that she was really trying to harp on, which are like long contacts, watching yourself make that contact with the ball, like looking at your arms when you hit it or when you pass it, and that is something that is extremely hard for me to do, so I was really trying to do that, and I think it was affecting how I pass, but that's just how it is with anything new. When you're trying something new, it takes a while for your brain to even register how you would do that. But after that, we did play a little kind of mini game because it was really late in the practice, and so I got to kind of put to work all the things that I did or was using. I did get to practice a jump serve, which went super well, which I loved, and then I tried again and it didn't work. But you know, you win some, you lose some. This is practice, and we're learning how to do it. But after that, I kind of just also played pickup right after with a few of my friends because they were on the court right over. I didn't get too much recording. We only played 2 games, and I was a bit tired after practice, but I still won the first game, lost the second game. I'm not mad about it at all. The loss was like 21-19, so it's not a crazy bad loss or anything, but it was hard for my body to just keep going. But again, like I keep saying, I really need to work on my fatigue and just playing through it. So had a great time doing that and kind of went on into my weekend. My weekend was pretty chill. I just had a beach day with my friend. We were kind of celebrating her bachelorette with a nice relaxed beach day. This is my second friend's wedding of this year. So there's 2 weddings. One I already went to, one that's happening in the fall. And I've known them both since childhood. So it's just a lot of fun just catching up and hanging out with them. I'm very grateful to live in Florida because I have beaches all around. But yeah, that's kind of how my week went with volleyball, and then just, you know, staying on the beach no matter what. If you guys like this video, please like. If you want to comment anything below, such as if you've learned anything or have any tips when it comes to setting, passing, cover, I'd love to hear it all in the comments below. If you want to see more of my journey, you can subscribe, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye!